my first showcase too, so I appreciate you guys all sticking around for the show with you. I'm originally from Louisiana, so if anybody hears any kind of accent or anything and I lose you, I might swing around, pick you the fuck back up in a minute, alright? So I'm a typical American. I like things that are easy, things that I can latch on to and give up real quick, like weight loss. So one thing I heard recently is that if you gain weight and lose weight and gain weight and lose weight, at least you'll keep some skin. So I'm on board with that one. Another thing I heard is about running. And so all the time that a runner spends running is the time they get back in their life. Or that's the years added back to their life. Or something like that. But anyway, it's a negative net effect, so fuck running. Right? So that doesn't seem very effective. Anybody here like double standards? I like double standards. I have 3 kids. My youngest is a daughter. So my house is full of double standards. The boys can do everything, and no, you can't do anything. She's the youngest, right? So one of the double standards that I have come across recently, you guys have all seen it too on the news, is we got this hot new head coach coming in for the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And all the lady news people are like, oh, you know, the weather's not the only thing hot. Next, we got this coach coming up. Could you imagine Royal Norman and the dude from Traffic talking about the same shit about the Phoenix Mercury getting a hot head coach? I'm just kidding. That'll never happen. That'll never happen. All right, settle down. Another thing is about cussing. You know, my middle son tells me, he's 10 years old. He's like, Dad, every cuss word I know, I learned because I heard you say it. So I'm trying to think of a way to explain to him that in a world where one father hears YouTube, TikTok, and goddamn Fortnite constantly, he's losing his fucking mind. You know? It's like, shut that shit off. Kids don't even know what money is. All they know is V-Bucks. V-Bucks. That's all they know. I deliver food out in Sun City West to old people because I like food, and old people can teach you a lot. Old people are really funny. One thing I've learned recently from old people is how to differentiate between some of the Asian nationalities, specifically the women. And I'll give you a secret on how you do that. The old man is going to wear a hat that says what war he served in. And all you got to do is match up a couple key features of the souvenir bride that he brought back with him, and you'll be able to understand who's from where. It happens all the time. Another thing that old people taught me is, old people are really mean to each other. You know, you say hi to them, sometimes you get a response, sometimes you don't. And this old couple was in the store the other day, and I saw the old man going, and I said, hi sir, how you doing, how's your day? And he says, fucking if I know, why don't you ask my wife, because I know it's different than we left the goddamn house. And that's true, you know. There's something else. I found myself for the first time the other day in a plus-size men's clothing store. I called it Lame Brian. I thought that would be an applicable name. And I felt this weird mix of finding a place of belonging and giving up. So, that was weird. Anybody here protest? I do not. I just can't find it in me to get that fired up about anything. Like, especially going out on a street corner and saying somebody else's chants. Another thing is, how do you know who's in charge of a protest? Is there like a captain elected when you get there in the morning? So I thought it'd be kind of funny to show up as the clueless protester. Just have all the gear, have the fanny pack and the fucking water bottle with the spray fan and the clear visor and a flip chart of sayings. Be like, hell, hey Captain, are we for or against this? Again? Okay, hell no, we won't go. You know, just be there, just be disruptive, right? Speaking of my 10-year-old son, he's the middle one. Like, I think he overhears a lot of conversations that me and my wife have, because I looked on his Instagram the other day, and for that 10-year challenge, he had a broken condom in his current school picture. So, he must overhear things. But I tell you, the fucking winner of the 10-year challenge is Bruce Jenner. He's the winner of the 10-year challenge. I don't think anybody can top him. Oh yeah, good for him. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. Good for her. Good for, oh yeah, her, him. Her, him. Whatever. thing is, being from Louisiana, you experience a lot of dumb shit growing up. A lot of things that don't carry over. Like I moved from one of the wettest places to one of the driest places, right? Louisiana is full of rain. You can, in Arizona, you can plan something 10 years out and nail it. You know, it doesn't matter. The weather's going to be perfect. Every day in Louisiana, the weather is fucked up. It's going to be raining. It's going to be humid. We were down there not too long ago, and my brother died, which it's not sad, because the fact is he weighed over 300 pounds. And one thing they don't tell you when you go to get somebody cremated is that number they have on the billboard, that's under 300 pounds. If they weigh over 300 pounds, they start back at fucking 0 and count up everything that guy weighs. So, just so you know, if you got somebody dying, tell them to lose a little bit of weight. Tell them at least get under 300 pounds, because then it goes way up. But another thing is language, you know. Louisiana language, Arizona language doesn't always cross over. People always say I have a accent, and I don't hear it. But fixing to and used to and must to, I guess that all doesn't work in Arizona. Another thing about old people is, you know, they don't drive bad. They love the horn. They're always honking the horn. They'll honk the horn at you for anything. They'll honk the horn at themselves, and they stare at you a lot. Right? Old people stare at you, just like kids stare at you. But I think what it is they're looking at me, just like a kid looks at me, it's like, I don't know if this guy knows that I shit in my pants or not. So, old people are a mystery to me. So, my daughter, it's like, I always thought, after my second divorce, that I knew women were crazy. It wasn't me, right? But when I had a daughter, I knew women were born crazy. So, no one in my house had ever ran up the stairs and slammed the door. That kind of drama didn't exist. But she was probably, I think, 3 years old. And she ran up the stairs and slammed the door. And nobody said a word. And then a second later, she opened it up and she goes, "Did you hear me?" And she slammed it again. And at that point, I knew women were born crazy. So, that's all I got. Thank you.